Hello, my name is Riley, and today I'm here with Evan and Max. Starting off, I'm going to run through the game that we have created and then go through a quick warm-up and a cooldown. The game we have created is called Fireball. It is played with two teams in a combination of dodgeball and handball, with the objective being to score 10 goals. We will first, however, have to start with a warm-up, which I'll go into now. We will be walking back and forth across the gym doing various stretches, including the alternating cross-body shoulder stretch, alternating knee hugs, heel scoops, alternating quadricep stretch, side shuffles, and the karaoke, finally ending it off with jogging from one side of the gym to the next. Moving into our fireball game here, as you can see in the diagram, there's a net on each side of the gym, and here you can see the goalie with the crease that they are not able to pass. We will have that marked by pylons on the floor. And as you can see, in between the midline and the goalie crease, you have the players with the dodgeballs, either throwing them at each other, trying to get each other out, or trying to score a goal on the opposing team's net. Like I said, whenever one team reaches 10 goals, that team wins. However, to make it easier to score, you can throw the dodgeballs at the opposing players, and once you get them out, then they're off the playing field until either the other team catches a ball to bring their player back in, or until you score a goal, which allows one player on the opposing team to come back in. As you see, there's the midline that neither player can pass. And yeah. And then after the game is over, we're gonna end it off with a cooldown, which we walk around the gym for 2 minutes, doing similar stretches to the warm-up, just holding for longer, making them static stretches. And then we'll be doing the cross-body shoulder stretch, the knee hugs again, overhead tricep stretch, and the quadricep stretch.
Okay, so now I'm going to go into breaking down each warm-up stretch, and then after will be also the cooldown stretches. So Max here is going to be our demonstrator of the exercises while I give him the cues that we would typically give a 10 to 12-year-old who's doing these exercises. So beginning is going to be the alternating cross-body shoulder stretch. So Max is going to be standing up straight. He's going to bring one arm across his body, and the other arm is going to go just above the elbow. And he's going to gently pull that arm towards his body. He's then going to hold that for about 3 seconds and then switch arms. Good. Looks great. So that one's going to help with their shoulders, warming up their shoulders for throwing, obviously. Next will then be the alternating knee hugs. So for this one, he's going to again be standing up straight. He's going to lift one knee up, and he's going to use his hands to pull that knee up and close to his body, hold it for a few seconds, and switch legs again. Here he's warming up his hamstrings, getting ready to run around. We don't want any injuries with their legs. And the next will be the heel scoops. So this one might take a little bit more practice for kids to get the proper form down. Might need more help with it. But the cues we'll give them is to step 1 foot forward and point the toe up in the air with the heel still on the ground. So I'm going to keep that leg straight the whole time, push his butt back, and his back stays straight while he's doing this. And then he's going to use both arms to scoop upwards and to the sides of his feet. He'll then switch feet after each scoop. If you're walking the length of a gym, it's a little bit more natural, as you can just take one stride, move into the next scoop. That's what it would look like in the cues for it. Then from there, we go into the alternating quadricep stretch. So for this one, he's going to be standing up straight on one leg. He's going to bring the hanging foot back towards his butt, and he's going to use his hand to grab the top of his foot and pull the foot straight back to his butt. He's going to stare forward to help himself balance, or if a kid needs something like to hold on to, they'll help him. They can do that. Either could use somebody's shoulder, just place it on there, or a wall. Either works, whatever helps them keep their balance so they can properly stretch. And then the final 3 are ones that don't require much cueing for them. These are important exercises to get their heart rate up a bit more. So first is side shuffling, which Max isn't going to have much room to do here, but the biggest thing with this stretch is to just make sure he's staying low into it, kind of like a squat position. So just bring his butt down, slight bend in the knees. And then he also is going to be shuffling to the side, but the biggest thing is to not be crossing his feet over. Foot will come, tap together, and then shuffle again to the side. We'll do this for the entire length of the gym. And then from there, we go into karaoke, which this one you are crossing your feet over, but the most important thing with it is that when you cross your foot over, that you're planting your foot flat on the ground. so that they don't have a chance of rolling over that ankle. Plant it, as you see Max here, plants it, switches. He's not doing like trying to switch legs as his other leg's still slightly in the air. And then the final one would be just jogging from one side of the gym to the next. This one, there's obviously not much cueing, it's just jogging, but probably the most important thing to tell them is just it's not like a competition racing or anything. You're just jogging, you're not sprinting, you don't want anybody crashing into a wall. So just remind them that they need to slow down as they start getting towards the other end of the gym. And then from there we can go into our cooldown as the game was broken down already. So for the cooldown, Max again gonna show the exercise for this. It's similar exercises. There's only one different one. So again, there's a cross body shoulder stretch. The difference here is that he's gonna hold this one for longer. The kids they'll hold it for 15 seconds on each arm. Max is only gonna hold it for 5, as we've already gone over the cues and the positioning. So they'll hold it for 15 each, total in 30 seconds for each stretch. And then from here, he'll go into the knee hugs again. So again, lift that knee up, pulls it in tight to him. We'll hold it for 15 seconds, then switch legs. And then from there, we'll go into the one exercise that is new to this cooldown, which is the alternating tricep stretch. So for this one, he's going to bring one arm up over his head, and he's going to bend his arm towards his back so that his palm is up against his back. Then with his other hand, he's going to gently press down from just above the elbow or just over top of it. Hold it for 15 seconds, and then he'll switch arms. Again, they'll keep the elbow in tight. Nothing, you don't want to go too far out, but this one is a pretty basic exercise that's used a lot for certain sports. So a lot of kids might already be familiar with it. And then the final one is the alternating quad stretch again. So he'll just bring that foot back towards his butt, pull it back, and they'll get a nice stretch in the quads. They'll hold this for 15 seconds again, just like the knee hugs and the prior other exercises, and then switch legs, and that'll be the cool down. So Max will now go into he'll just wrap up our presentation here for us.
Yeah, so just to conclude, when creating this game, we wanted to create a game that will challenge 10 to 12-year-olds a little bit more than just a simple normal game of dodgeball. We like the idea of bringing in some more variables into the game. So with the nets, adding a whole nother aspect to it rather than just throwing the balls at each other. And we also wanted to bring in the aspect of teamwork. So normal dodgeball, it's a lot less. You're just trying to hit the person, but when there's nets involved and only 3 steps, there's a lot more opportunity to collaborate and work together. And for younger kids, this obviously may not be a strong suit. Definitely the younger kids, but if they get the chance to sort of work on it and get practice in it, they can realize that when you're working towards a common goal with another person, working together can often take you a lot further than you would get just on your own. And we also wanted to create a game that is going to challenge their motor skills. So the throwing and the coordination of only having 3 steps in the game is a great way to do that, as well as for the goalies, making quick reactions, side shuffling, just doing whatever they can to save the balls from getting into their net to keep the game going. So yeah, thank you for watching our presentation. We hope you all enjoy it, and hopefully we'll get some games of Fireball going. Thank you everyone. Have a great day.